Just want to give you guys a little update. What's been going on? It's been a while since I tuned in here on the channel, and life is going good. It's springtime out there. It feels like summer, but it's spring, which means a lot more washing has been happening. Every time that I find that my hair gets dry, my scalp gets dry, and I'm starting to get like a little bit of dry scalp, tend to go for the wash, but it does seem to happen pretty frequently. But I'm pretty happy with the way my locks are right now, and I'm not really getting any sort of deterrence or, feeling any upset ways about how my hair is growing. I feel like the journey is staying strong for the 9th year in right now, so I'm definitely going to be hitting year 10 this coming January. We're almost at 9.5 years at this point. What's crazy is that my Congo at the back of my head, I gotta try and get a shot of this for you to insert into the video. It's thick. It is getting real thick right now. So that's a whole nother issue. I mean, my head is still itchy from time to time. If you're itching your head right now, that's probably like a contagious thing that just happened. By me itching my hair, you're gonna probably itch your hair too. Ziggy's been doing well. He's 14 now. And he's got an undercut going on, kind of like his papa here. A lot of loose hairs still. I just embrace it. I don't mind them at all. I love how they look. What's pretty new actually is I got a new job. That's why I've been kind of not posting so much. I've been just doing a lot of work. And I got a job with Freeform Locks, and I'm dealing with a lot of customers. I'm going to a lot of people's homes. So far, over the past few months doing this work, I've been wearing my tam at work because there is a lot of dust involved at times. So I just don't want to get stuff in my hair. And on 2 occasions now, people have asked me my ethnicity because of my hat, and they think I'm Indian or from Bangladesh or something, or Sikh, which is funny. I never really get that too often, but doing this job, I've gotten it twice so far. And whoever's interested, my work now is actually called EA, and I'm working towards becoming an REA, which is a Registered Energy Auditor. Let me say it again, Registered Energy Auditor. Auditor. Yes, an energy auditor. And basically what I'm doing is here in Ontario, there's a funded program called Save on Energy. And it's through the electric companies and through the gas companies, and it's basically going to people's homes that book us for service, and we're assessing their energy use, and I'm trying to give them free things like free like if their appliances are old, like their freezers, their fridges, their ACs. I can go and put them down for a free replacement for that from the government. All their light bulbs in their house, if they're still running like incandescent or fluorescent lighting, I'm able to give them free LED light bulbs. So a lot of traveling, a lot of face-to-face with customers, and a lot of changing of light bulbs right now. The work is pretty interesting because it deals with the house envelope and the mechanical systems of a home and the construction process of homes as well. So there's a really deep understanding and learning of foundations of a house, the house as a system, understanding the construction process of a house, how insulation works within the house, how the windows are a big part of energy loss and heat gain in the house as well. So I have a lot of studying I've been doing as well, just so I can pass those 2 exams I need to become fully licensed. And that's what I've been doing. It's just been a grind, full-time work, and now just making YouTube videos whenever I feel the calling, whenever I feel like I want to do a little update, but not really focusing on doing YouTube as a full-time thing anymore, because times have changed since we started this channel, like 14 years ago. I feel like we had a good rise, we had a good peak, but now the new generation of YouTube is just totally different. So in my eyes, it's not really worth it to stay fully committed to making content, especially when my channel is like pretty much blacklisted. You know, only like 2% of my viewers are actually watching the content. But there is a good core base there of you guys that are still watching and still interacting, especially on the live streams. So I still want to make some videos here and there just to pop in and say what's up and to hear from y'all. And you definitely know that the Reddit page is still active as well if you guys want to share some of your photos and videos of your dreadlock journey. We do have a Reddit community, reddit.com/r/notnation. So that's been the story so far. So I'm gonna be enjoying the nice summer weather. Got some camping involved. I got some camping planned for this summer. I got a trip going out to British Columbia, Vancouver in August, right after my birthday. I'm gonna be filming a wedding out there, so I'm still doing some wedding work here and there as well. Got some gardening to do this summer as well. So, you know, it's just a quick little update. I would love to know what you guys have been up to. How is your spring treating you? What month are you at with your dreadlock journey right now? And what are some trials and tribulations you might be feeling amongst that dreadlock journey that you're on, right? Personally, my tribulations right now is just staying on top of my wash days, because even though it's summer and it's easier to wash and dry my hair in the heat, I still haven't been keeping up to my twice a week that I'm aiming to do. Sometimes I do once a week, sometimes I do every 2 weeks, but I would really like to do twice a week. And speaking of which, I'm going to show you guys the shampoo that I've been using for the past, I guess so far throughout this year. I've been using this shampoo here. Alright, so this has been the shampoo of choice. It's called Dermarest Cirrhosis Medicated Shampoo Plus Conditioner. Removes and controls scalp buildup, relieves scalp itch, restores moisture, and comforts irritated skin. It's got 3% salicylic acid in here. Psoriasis and seborrheic dermatitis shampoo. So I would definitely recommend checking this out if you find it in stores. I've been liking it. It does work pretty quick. If I'm having a dry scalp day and I use this shampoo, for the next like 2 to 3 days my scalp looks pretty good until it starts to build up again. So that's why I should be using this at least twice a week, 3 times a week even. It wasn't too expensive. It was actually one of the cheaper shampoos on the shelf. It was about $20 or $15 Canadian. This right here is another product I've been kind of using. So this right here is actually called, it's coconut oil, but I infused it with black walnut husk. And black walnut is a very native species of plant, or actually it's a tree that grows here in Ontario. Basically, black walnut really helps with skin conditions as well. It was used by the native Indians, the indigenous, for centuries out here. And you know, it's really good for any sort of rash or dry skin or just skin irritations. So sometimes I'll use that in the front line of my hair as well. The thing does kind of look like canna butter, but it's not at all. And apparently if you eat it, it is good for parasites too. But yeah, I've just been using it on my skin, on my feet, my hands, the front line of my forehead. And you already know Ziggy. Ziggy's been doing good. Where you going, bud? Hey, bud. Where you going? Hey, buddy. What's up, Zig? What are you doing? What do you got in your mouth there, bud? Hey? What do you got in your mouth, buddy? Go to bed. Lay down. Good boy. Yeah, Ziggy's been doing well. He is 14 years old now, so he's pretty elderly. And then if you guys remember here on the channel, I got him when he was 6 years old. But he's been getting some good haircuts, keeping his locks out of his face. And he's kind of got an undercut as well. Come here. Come. He's good. That's his little cubby. That's his daytime bed. In the nighttime, he kind of sleeps on the floor in my room. Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think. This is where the dreadlock journey started out from, right here. This was within the first like 8 to 10 months, maybe 8 to 12 months of my journey right here. Probably about a year in at least at this point. But the dread fro was strong. Most definitely. These are the shoes I've been rocking lately. They're the Nike Kevin Durant's. They're pretty vibrant. Shout out to Brendo for hooking these up. This is the tam that I've been wearing for work pretty much every day. Custom knitted with the Knot Nation logo on there. I'll just keep it real simple. Keep my hair tucked away because when I'm changing light bulbs overhead, they tend to get dust in there because a lot of people don't clean their homes. And trust me, I've seen a lot of dirty homes lately. But anyways, that's that. I do appreciate you guys stopping by here and tuning in on this video. Just leave a thumbs up if you can, or leave a thumbs down. It doesn't really matter. Do whatever you will. And stay blessed. Praise Jah. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm still here. I'm still uploading. Just stay tuned. Peace.
The nation.